Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The conference championship is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play action now with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Sending a receiver left. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Flushed out of the pocket. He's taking a shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Gets this to McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Again for the first time to Rashad White. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. And he takes this one back for the pick six. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. And after the pick six, it's another interception. That is Lewis Seen. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick six touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills push their lead to 21-0 already. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. Juke the defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's from the 39. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Lamar off the play fake. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. On first down, they'll run. This is ahead for about 5. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Now Jackson off the play action. Brought in right side. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Now a give left side. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. That's caught for the first. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find that.
Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They're going play action. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the move, headed right. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 24. Escapes the pocket. Has it down close. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-0 Leader Bear has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running this one left. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play fake, Jackson. He rolls to his... Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Raider football. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing off the play fake here. Headed out right. Now here he goes. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, White. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Over the middle and caught by Shakir. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, a run for White. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Keely Ringo making the play. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders with the football. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to the air here. side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up fourth down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blitz coming here, Jackson. Ferguson's got it, complete. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. From the gun, Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
On first down, Jackson. It's taken in by Washington. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Buffalo. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills push their lead to 18.
Raiders 17. Jake Moody to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. To the air now on first and 10. Finds McConkey. And this one doesn't go far. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Forced out to his right. He's on the move.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll go left side here with White. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Complete out to the right. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now, off play action. He sends this one to the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Jeremy Chin has got it.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on first. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. First down play, that's a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Lamar off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. White trying this straight ahead. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Completed over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. He'll throw it. Complete here to Bowers. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this stays a 15-point game.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Slot man motioned over. Play action now with Jackson. It's caught. Ferguson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Kevin White hauls him down.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Jackson now on 3rd. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. They go play fake with Jackson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Only one frame remains before... They have themselves another 1st and 10. back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Scores! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills making a 3-score game in the fourth. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Bills grow the lead now to 22 points. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On target to Downs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll throw on 1st. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught. He found some space. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Diving right side, got it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Pass complete to Walker. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense up to the line fast. From the 17. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown. He's throwing for it. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From midfield on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Jackson. His running back hauls it in deep right. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Power squib kick is taken in. It goes out of bounds and a great return and brings us to the 2-minute warning. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Throwing now from the gun. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Quick on the draw to White. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. They've got to keep moving quick here. Buying some time right. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. Oh, did the Raiders get to that one? They're saying yes, and the officials agree. Raider football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
Raiders 35. Jake Moody to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The outcome's decided here, Bucks. We got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to